So I had a very good experience with dealing with the Rossignol Estates. I'd known Jeremy for a number of years in a former life, and was happy to connect with him in relation to this transaction. I'd looked at a few other properties in the estate where I am in Portlet, and none of them were suitable. But then I saw the one that Jeremy had listed, and I saw immediately from the very cool computer-generated walkthrough that it was exactly what I was looking for. And this was around the time of COVID, so viewings were difficult. Having known Jeremy and spoken to him, we realised that having seen a few already, there was no need to do a virtual one. And I just came straight to the apartment to look, and it was absolutely just what I was looking for. And the process was going along quite smoothly, and what really impressed me was that we, almost at the 11th hour, the deal was off, and that was through no fault of mine or the vendors. It was actually the legal representatives were causing some problems. What was nice from Jeremy's perspective was the fact that he knew both myself well for a number of years and also the vendor, and he took a risk, in a sense, in putting us together to actually have a face-to-face conversation, which doesn't happen very often. And I do recall he commented that he could count on one hand the number of times he'd done that in 20 years. And it proved to be exactly the right decision, which proves that knowing people really does make a difference. And we managed to conclude the transaction because we met, the vendor and I, and smoothed everything out, told the lawyers what was going to happen, and the transaction went through smoothly after that. And I think without that intervention, possibly one or both of us would have walked away. So that was crucial to being where I am today. And 2 years later, I'm very happy in the apartment. And interestingly also, as a result of that experience, my partner decided to sell her apartment and appointed Jeremy to act. And it went through in record time. I think there was one viewing, the asking price was paid, which proved that the price set was a good price. Everybody was happy on both sides, and that went through super smooth. So yeah, good to have that connection, and overall a very good experience. The girls in the office were super helpful when any queries came up if Jeremy was out doing viewings. So therefore having the support team so that I wasn't kept waiting for a long time was also very beneficial. If you're looking to sell or even to buy a property, I wouldn't hesitate to recommend Jeremy and the team at the Rossignol Estates to help you, because they give a very personal service, which is very important for most people, because it's the biggest decision you'll make in your life half the time, buying a property.